Producer.
All right, everybody.
Yeah, look at that.
Welcome to Bucketheads and our live podcast. Yes, we are Bucketheads every single week. Today is Sunday, September the 29th. Tom got lazy and skipped out today. You suck, Tom. I know you're watching right now. We have guests, Ray, and Dana. Inside joke for those who are at the charity tournament.
Correct.
Okay, so I got a feel on that. So
Are you
I
gonna tell
captained.
the
I captained.
story?
It was a Walkapalooza. So I'm captaining a team last minute. We were trying to fill out a fourth team because we only had 3 teams. So I'm captaining a team. I don't know any of these people. None. Well, I mean maybe a couple.
You definitely didn't know.
And I got the names and like first game. I'm like, I just wrote down all the names on a piece of paper. As people are showing up, I'm like, oh, they look like maybe they can kick or bunt or whatever. Maybe they're fast. So I'm making the kicking lineup.
You had me as the slowest.
And I write down Ray. A little messy because, again, I'm racing because I just finished setting up both fields for the charity and the competitive side, right? Or the open and the competitive side for Walkapalooza. And I guess the Y that I wrote was a little messy. Looked kind of like an X. So, of course, I don't know these people. And I'm yelling out names for field positions and kicking lineup. And I guess I kept calling him Rex, like, the whole day.
He goes,
I think I
"Rex."
figured it out by, like, the 4th game. But,
He's like, Rex,
yeah.
you're up. And I'm like, who's Rex?
Yeah. And he kept looking at me like, and it was funny, too, because I remember one time distinctly, I yelled, like, Rex. And, like, didn't hear anything, didn't see anybody, like, moving up to go up to kick. And I turn around and I look at him, because I know him as Rex. And I'm like, Rex! And he just kind of turns around slowly, like, I'm like, you're up. I'm like, what is this guy doing? Like, I don't even know.
And I'm like slowly walking up trying to
Because I don't know his
logic.
name, apparently, so, yeah. All right. So, Rex and Dana. So, Rex.
Yes.
I'm going to call you Rex the whole time. This is
It's
going to be
gonna
awesome.
be great.
No, I'm going to try not to, or I will end up calling you Rex. That will be your new name, because I'm horrible with names. So, Ray, how'd you start playing kickball?
How did I start playing?
Yeah, what, like,
Well,
obviously you didn't start playing from, like, the day you were 21 or the day you were born. So.
No, it was actually a very big sport in where not sport, but in the cul-de-sac that we played, we always played it. We actually had a kids versus adults thing, just as like a fun thing to do in the cul-de-sac. Well, then when we got older, I didn't think there was such a thing as kickball anymore. And then my brother got me into it when we started playing Chlora.
All right.
And then I transitioned from Chlora to Club Waka because we're more less aggressive per se. They're not as competitive as the Chlora side, and also you can spin the ball, so it's a little bit more harder to play, which I thought was cool because they have the A, B, and C league, if I remember correctly, in Chlora.
Yeah.
And I just kept going.
Okay. Oh, we have live guests now. What about you, Dana? How did you get started?
I played on a softball league with Amy, and
Okay.
she told me about kickball, and within the first 3 weeks of the draft league, I was like, gotta sign up again, so
Got
I'm
hooked.
hooked.
That's
I'm
what everyone
hooked.
says. Like, well, I came out to an open play, or I played one
Oh, God,
time,
yeah.
and like I loved it. And then everyone's in for life.
Everyone's got to come to an open game. That was
Yep.
the most fun I've had, like, well, you know, outside of the leagues. So.
All right. Basic intro. So you played. Actually, this is your 2nd season now.
Yeah.
So what do you think so far? So obviously you started with draft.
Yep.
So what's
That was
kind of like
insane.
your comparison from draft to kind of like pre-built teams?
So, a draft league is super fun because you basically just have random teams and you're kind of just competing for like different people and stuff. But I think the regular season has been awesome just because, like, draft league I would get up to kick and like I'm not a big kicker or anything. Like, so it was great to be like in a game now. I'm getting the kick like 3-4 times kind of thing. But draft league I literally got up to kick like once.
Okay.
each game, so I didn't know if I was good or not for a team. So it was just really weird. But I loved both. Both seasons were great. I loved it.
And I mean, you've played draft seasons and regular seasons now. So how do you like draft season compared to regular season?
Draft season is much more balanced compared to the regular season.
I would say that is a very accurate assessment.
Yeah, no, it's like
Very accurate
and
assessment.
also it's very different because when I did my first draft league up in Hampton, I think it was during the spring.
They only do draft
Or
in
sorry,
summer.
During the summer. That was my first draft league, and I was actually debating whether or not to do it because I figured it was going to be too competitive.
Yeah.
But my team made it much more fun, and it was very entertaining. Thanks to Anna and her co-captain, and it was very fun to play. And it was just very interesting to meet new people and different skill levels of where people.
Well, no, and
are.
that is one really unique cool thing about draft is it really forces socializing because you're going to be on a team with people that you're guaranteed during draft. You're going to play with people you have never played with before.
Yeah.
No matter how you could play for 20 years and you are still going to play with people you've never played with before during draft. You get to learn more about those people. It helps with socializing. And, of course, with your team afterwards at the bar, too. So,
Yeah, considering this is my third season playing, it's very interesting.
yeah. It's a good time. All right. Audience, Camille, you played draft and regular so far. What do you think about it?
Well, I've skipped most of regular due to Iceland and hiking glacier issue. Sadly, split.
So I gave you a question you can't even really answer.
But
Wow, good
Team
job, Ryan.
Minimo is kicking ass and
Okay.
will definitely be kicking red chili peppers.
Oh.
Already,
Okay.
Aw.
Already throwing shit.
we're
Okay.
shit
funny.
talking.
We're not even in that segment yet.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
well,
We're not even in
like,
that segment
How
yet.
long have we been
4
live?
minutes?
4 minutes.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Good job.
we are stretching our kicking legs just
Okay.
to
Okay.
really get
All right.
that.
I see how it is. I see how it is.
Wow. I mean,
All
I
right,
thought we were
so-
friends, but
Let's,
I thought we were friends.
let's talk about some scores last week real quick. So, Dane is on Red Hot Chili Kickers. We won a doubleheader last week. So, Red Hot Chili Kickers 13-2 over Better, Faster, Safe at First.
That's actually a very
too bad.
interesting name.
That's a very creative name. I actually
I like
like it. That's the first time I've seen a name like that.
Somebody deflates balls like
Whoa.
wow.
So,
She is.
Damn.
so
She is going hard
yeah,
with those
I know,
comments.
right? She's trying to
Who
hype up her
invited
team
her?
before. So, most people that have been watching the podcast know that Better, Faster, Safe at First was kind of like my under the radar sleeper team at number 5 during the preseason, early season podcast.
Where did you rank Pitches Be Crazy?
So there were the top 4 teams, the bottom 3 teams, and then like a pool of teams in the middle. Pitches Be Crazy was in the pool of teams in the middle. Mainly because you guys have so many veterans.
We do? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you have a lot of veterans on your team. So, Pitches Be Crazy beat Irish Wombats 11-5.
We had a very interesting game, though. I really hope that they're watching. I really hope that the 2 team members who got hurt that day are okay.
So, the one that... that's right. That's the first time I've had an ambulance and a fire truck come out to the field.
Yes, and
That
I
was
don't
the
really
first.
know the person that was. I saw her earlier today, but if she. I don't know her name, though. All I know is that she's on Tom's team, but she was the one that just made everyone get out of the way. She knew what to do.
Lisa.
Yep.
Was that her name? Okay, then yes.
So,
Lisa fucking took charge.
Yeah, good.
and
Someone
end of the
needs to-
day, it was... it was still an injury.
Yeah.
I don't want to throw out a bunch of medical information, on the podcast for public, but
Oh, no.
it wasn't as serious or unknown as originally thought, and she's doing as well as can be expected right now, which is good.
Yeah, that's good.
And it's, from what I understand, it's the kind of thing that it's going to heal. So, and it's not going to be, drastic, super long time. So that's good news. SK Commandos won 3-2. Close game there.
Who'd they face?
The Ugly Orange team, Talbert's team.
Oh, okay.
My goal is to not say their team name the entire podcast this season.
Nice.
Except for once. I might say it once. We'll see.
I can't even find them.
Just because,
Gotcha.
and the reason why is because Talbert wants me to say that his team name's so bad. And I'm like, nope, not going to do
so
it.
now it's just not.
Yeah. So I'm gonna try like hard. We'll see. We'll see. It'll probably slip before the end of the season. We'll see.
Go, kick 'em out.
Wasted Potential beat Fireballs Deep 8-5. Close game. And then the late games, Red Hot Chili Kickers 7-1 over Irish Wombats. Better, Faster, Safe First 8-1 over Fireballs Deep. Closest game Elites played all season, 2-1 over Kicko Mode. And I will throw this out there. Kicko Mode has been, based on their roster, like I've been predicting them higher, predicting them to win all these games earlier in the season, and they lost. But I am happy to see this score because that means that Kicko Mode is playing where I thought they would at the beginning of the season. So I think Kicko Mode's where I predicted them early on. Are you getting ready to throw a shoe at me? Seriously?
She just has to
Damn, yeah. Saw
Talk
something
shit.
coming.
Talk shit.
And then Pac-Man's Revenge 6-3 over Pitches Be Crazy.
I just want to say the girls on that team are phenomenal at bunting.
Pac-Man's Revenge?
Yes. They were able to stop the ball right in front of the plate if needed, and if they needed to kick, they would kick. The guys on the team had a really nice line drive, if I remember correctly, off to right field, and it was a very fun game to have. Yeah.
Well, no, I mean, Pac-Man's Revenge, they've got a bunch of veteran players on their team.
Oh, do they?
So, they're the kind of team that they don't have like superstar players, like say like Elite and Kicko Mode and SK Commandos do. So they don't have like those top 10 players in the league.
Gotcha.
But they have a lot of players that are experienced veteran players.
It's
So
very well rounded.
they're not going to make a lot of errors. They're going to be smart when they play. Now they may not like straight out beat a skilled team, but they are not going to hand a game to a team.
They'll make them run for their money.
They're gonna like if you beat them, they're gonna make you beat them. They're not gonna hand you a game.
I think we lost that game, didn't we?
Yep, you lost
That's what I
6-3.
thought.
Yep.
Yeah.
The bar game for the night was beer pong, which Irish Wombats made a run in beer pong. It was Mike Phillips and Danielle, maybe? I might have gotten the name wrong. I think it was Mike Phillips and Danielle did beer pong for Irish Wombats all night long and crushed everybody.
Wow.
Crushed everybody. And Neon Theme was a huge success as well. So shout out to Brittany Capozzi for that. She came up with a Neon Theme. I have a whole list of like potential theme ideas and photo challenges. Neon wasn't on there. And she came up with that. I'm like,
awesome.
that sounds great. Nah, and people had a good time with it. Yeah. Something that we haven't done before, and it's relatively inexpensive. Like you can go to Dollar Tree and get a pack of glow sticks for $1. So it's something that's cheap for teams to do too, which is always awesome. So. All right, so let's flip these scores off here and look at the standings. All right, so we've got Elite Kickball status, Red Hot Chili Kickers, 1 and 2, both undefeated. SK Commandos, Pac-Man's Revenge, 3 and 4, 1 loss each. Talbert's team, I didn't do it there. Saved myself. Talbert's team, Ugly Orange. That's right. And Better, Faster, Safe at first, and Pitches Be Crazy, all at 2 and 2.
Good. We're in the middle. We did good.
Then we have Wasted Potential at 1, 2 and 1. Fireballs Deep at 1-3. Irish Wombat 0-3 and 1, still looking for their first win, but they do have a tie. And then the most surprising thing of all, Kicko Mode dead last 0-3. But here's the reality. Kicko Mode started a little slow.
Cinderella.
They've played the top teams, as they played Elite, SK, and Talbert's team. Yes, I'm gonna do this all season. Talbert's gonna harass me about it. It's gonna be awesome. 0-3. The one thing that I love about this, it is going to mess up the brackets, playoff brackets, to like no end. It is going to be unbelievable because you're going to have this team that's going to be fourish probably, that is really like a top 3 team. And in my opinion, and they're going to wreck some teams in the bracket. It's going to be awesome. I love it. Absolute chaos. But we'll see. We'll see how it ends up. You never know. Teams may drop a game, make a mistake, close game. You never know. So we'll see. Overall in the standings, I mean, we're still partway through the season. I think there was a podcast question about that, so we won't go too into much. We'll leave it for the podcast questions and mailbag. There are a few surprises in those rankings for me that I didn't expect. Certainly, Kickball mode I didn't expect to be at 0-3 at this point, to say the least. Pre-season for me, they were number 3. But again, part of the way I structure the schedule, the top teams are playing each other early in the season, the weaker teams playing each other early in the season. So those top teams are going to have a lot of kind of easier games as the season goes on. The more inexperienced or weaker teams are going to be playing stronger teams as the season goes on.
Interesting.
So, well, it's to give the more inexperienced teams a chance to get up to speed before they play the better competition.
That's cool. That's great.
Because, again,
Because those teams have probably
like even like a mid-tier team, you take a mid-tier team, and say I pit them against like Elite or SK like week 1, they're not going to be ready. I mean, those mid-tier teams, typically they got a lot of free agents on their team. Not a lot, or at least a few. They're trying to figure out their roster, new people, new team potentially. This gives them time to at least present a better challenge when they play those better teams.
to get their mindset.
So that's a little bit of insight into my scheduling plan. For the social side of things, don't have all the results in for week 3. Got to do some voting on the social side of stuff. Confirmation on field cleanup, but that's the point tally so far. Looks like, Talbert's team is an early lead here with 16 points over, Red Hot 14 points, Irish Wombat 14 points. Irish Wombats closed some ground with that beer pong win. So, Dane, are you going to carry our team during Flip Cup in a future week sometime?
You know it. I got it.
Flip Cup hero right here. Seen it before. There's
Oh,
video
boy.
evidence.
Hold on, let's get one. Let's get a cup in here. Let me show off.
All right. So, I mean, again, we had awesome bar turnout. We've been pretty much packing this place on Monday nights now,
Yeah.
especially since we've got
Absolutely.
11
Very
teams
little
out
room.
there.
Yeah,
no,
like
no, it's-
shimmying through people.
You know, it is, especially early on. Like, you get out here at like 9:30 and like you're squeezing through people.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah.
But it's cool because there's like tons of people out here. You can socialize with anybody, right?
Yeah.
So it's a good time. Always a good time. I mean, unless you have maybe like a really bad sprained ankle and you're trying to shuffle through the crowd, that may not be easy.
Yeah.
I have a walking
I
boot.
know someone like that who's sitting in the audience right now.
I have a walking boot. I was hiking a glacier, okay?
Okay.
Fun stuff.
She was hiking a glacier,
That's
man.
true. That is true.
Glaciers.
A glacier.
They're a little melty nowadays. Hashtag climate change.
All right.
Oh,
Hey,
God.
you might see them while you can. See them while you can. So. All right. So.
I will accept any foot rubs.
Oh, really?
Should be
Whoa.
good.
Included in the
I was going to go there, but I'm glad someone else did.
We weren't gonna say it.
All right, so major things upcoming. Let me take a quick glance. Anybody ask any questions? No one's asking any questions yet.
God,
guys
guys,
are the
come
worst.
on.
All right, so
I put several inappropriate ones in the mailbag.
what?
Oh God.
Don't we learn from our mistakes? Anyway. So winter draft. That is 100% happening.
Awesome.
I've
Yeah.
had 3 people today ask me when is registration opening.
When is it?
Yeah.
Mid-October, mid to late October. So
Coupons for currently playing kickball.
no.
Yes.
However, there is always an early bird registration, which will be the cheapest price you will ever pay for a season of kickball.
There's no like Black
But you know what?
Friday
You know what the problem is?
Yes. See.
deals. There's Black Friday. We
There
should
were
discuss that.
Black
Mitch.
Friday deals.
Mitch, Friday deals.
Yes.
To be determined. To be
I
determined.
am preparing the coupons.
So essentially,
Yeah,
the
right.
Black Friday deals, it's just
I'm waiting.
we open registration sometimes for our winter and our spring leagues during that time. So Black Friday time, typically the Black Friday thing is for the spring leagues. And it's just kind of like and again, the people who are going to know about it are veteran players who've been playing for years and years. You know what the saddest thing is about the Black Friday sales? People don't take advantage of it. So last year, Monday Night Kickball, I think only 15 people signed up for the Black Friday sale, which saved them, it was $20 off the final registration price?
Damn.
Well, no, it was like $20 off the final, like the late registration price, yeah. And I mean, and that's the thing, like, look, you know you're going to play, so sign up. And, like, I'm a pretty reasonable person. If you move out of the area, you go on deployment, I will get you a refund. I promise I will get you a refund.
What if you mess up ankles?
If you severely injure yourself where you can't play in a season, I will also get you a refund.
Taking glacier refund. You got it.
Case by case basis, but in general, like, look, like, I'm not going to give you a refund if you sign up for Kickball, you play 2 weeks and decide it's not your thing. You tried it, whatever. If you can't play because of some reason, I'm going to give you a refund. Because why? Because I want you to try it another time. I'm not going to screw you over. So sign up, save the money. I mean, at the end of the day, why not, right? But so many kickball players wait and pay $20 more by signing up in the late registration period.
You remember that episode of South Park? I mean, come on.
That sounds like a very personal comment.
I mean, come on.
Oh, Tom asked, where is the towelboard cutout? Not here, Tom. Actually, Tom, you couldn't be here. You don't have them at your place, do you?
Thanks.
Janae, stop bumping the camera.
Shout out to Janae for filling me up.
Where is Tom?
He said he was busy. He said he was busy. He couldn't make it.
Where is Julia? Because that's really.
Oh, yeah. Julia said Tom couldn't be here, so.
No comment.
Did you just spit out your beer, Janae? Oh. All right. Let's see here. Amy also asked, where is Tom? Tom said getting a 125-gallon fish tank out of his house.
That is not an excuse.
Yeah.
Tom, Janae said that is not an excuse. Tom asked Ray, what's in the bucket?
It's water.
Tom, Ray is drinking water. I'm sorry.
Yeah, straight up
I
vodka.
would like Tom's
If Tom
recipe
can
for
watch-
pumpkin spice cookies.
He could be here.
He can be here.
No. What's wrong with us? We're great guests.
Tom said no comment, and then
Yeah,
Tom
we're
said Tom is
fantastic.
adulting.
God.
Is adulting?
I don't know. I honestly
I
think.
don't
Well,
even want
no.
to know what adulting is.
Adulting, yes. I
him.
think.
Is that naked? We don't need to know that.
No, I don't think it's that complicated. I think Julie just had a list of to-do things for him, so.
Honey-do
Yeah.
list.
Yeah,
Go,
exactly.
girl. You go.
Mm.
Hey, is he still trying to sell it, or did he already sell it?
What?
Fish tank.
We have an interest.
No, he said just getting a 125-gallon fish tank out of his house. Hey, Tom.
Is he trying to sell it?
Why? Is someone buying? Someone may be interested in the 125-gallon fish tank, Tom. So, talk to Janae.
I have robotic
Message
fish
Janae.
you can put in there.
Does it come
Yes,
with fish?
dude.
I'm
Sick.
thinking no.
Did he kill them?
Tom, did you kill the fish? Don't answer that live. Message Camille.
Don't message me.
All right, so what do we need to talk about here? So, winter draft, yes, it's happening. Registration will be opening in less than a month. Literally weeks away. Weeks away. And when it opens, it will be the cheapest price possible. I'll be posting it in the Facebook group.
When is out Black Friday?
That'll be for spring leagues. So, take advantage of the early bird. Bowling starts late October. Just under a month away.
What if?
Why are you asking so many questions?
Yeah, who invited her? What's going on? Yeah, right? Come on.
All right, what is your
all
question?
these
What is your question?
questions in the-
What if you want to bowl but can't make the first Friday?
You can still sign up and come out on that Friday or not and show up for the rest of the season. It's just like if you miss a game for kickball.
Yeah, but there's like less people. It's more counting.
Well, okay, so I got to double check the rules, but typically it's 6 or so people on your team. 4 scores count. Top
One of
4
them
scores
has
are
to be a
taken.
girl.
So let's say that
Yeah.
someone's not there, you only have 5 people to bowl, you still take your top 4 teams. One less handicap. So,
Top 4 scores.
If
all right.
anyone needs a really bad bowler, let me know.
Dana's actually, I'm going to put you on the spot. Dana is forming
Oh,
a
God.
team for bowling.
Are you?
So,
Captain status.
bowling captain right here. So,
I want only really bad bowlers, so that we're
Oh,
all
okay.
just really
Oh
bad.
my god, I'll totally be on your team.
Yes!
60 points.
Excellent. We got 2. We got 3. Yes. All right, I got 3 people.
Does that
You
mean I'm not allowed
Let's
to?
do
you good? Wait, are you good or
I'm a
bad?
good bowler.
Yes, we can be.
We need
as
at
long
least
as
one
you don't mind
good
being on a
bowler.
bad
Yeah,
team,
Yeah,
that's
I
fine.
don't care.
Okay.
Oh, no, we got 4. Okay, I get. What do I need? 2 more people? We got it.
I mean, like, you can show up every week and be like, yeah, I'm the best person on the team. And still lose every week, but it's fine as long as you're having fun. Yeah.
As long as you're the best.
I think it's good.
You're not joining our awesome team?
Maybe. We'll see.
How dare!
We'll see.
see.
means that's
I'm
a no.
insulted!
We'll see. Look, I try not to commit to too many things.
60.
Okay, I can break 100. I can break 100. So I'm.
Okay.
I could do
Yeah.
180, 190.
I'm at 101.
I kind of
Oh,
don't want him on my team.
Just like every other sport, the price only goes up over time, so sign up now.
Okay.
Sooner the better.
Okay. Got.
All right,
Got my
um,
bowling team.
Club Waka Kicks Cancer.
Yes.
Charity tournament. All proceeds go to Centera Cancer Research Foundation. I don't know if that's 100% the name, but it is Centera Cancer Research.
Gonna be captaining for that one?
Badass party later on.
That's my face team.
I saw that.
Kick Mode kind of has a team with Tyler. and
Actually, I just got access to look at all the team rosters. There's a lot of teams. There are a lot of teams. Actually, you know what? Let me take a.
Oh, that's why.
Oh! What did you
my
do, Camille?
God.
Have nice things.
All right, now we have to reorganize it all. Ugh.
Well,
I had tacos.
party
ready.
foul.
Hold on. I got this.
Go ahead.
Whoa, whoa. All right.
All right, he was sitting. All right, quick. Slide over to where he was sitting. Good.
Oh, yeah, we good.
All right, we're good. We're
Yeah,
good.
we good. We bounced back.
So Camille just totally messed up the cameras.
Camille.
Lubinsky.
Oh, God.
Lubinsky. That's
No, she
Camille
really did. She's too
Lubinsky.
close now. You
Lubinsky.
gotta back it up or
You said
something.
my last name wrong.
What? How do you pronounce your last name?
Liebnetsky.
Liebnetsky.
Nevsky.
Netsky.
So, on this podcast for the rest of the time,
A Liebnetsky is when you kick the camera.
camera.
Yes.
Yep.
Ow.
It has now been done. It shall be known
Yep.
from here thus forth.
What? Julia's at Red Lobster.
Oh, the biscuits.
Tom.
Get me
Oh,
some biscuits.
Tom said keep talking on my way.
Whoa.
So Tom could have been here. Well,
Oh,
Julia
we already.
He didn't
we've already
even answer
covered
about
that,
the 10.
because if Tom can watch, Tom can be here.
Oh, that's a good
true.
point. That's a good
very
point.
true.
Hey, Ray.
Hey,
Oh,
don't
fuck off
pull.
the camera.
You can't come back on.
Libnitsky.
Nabisky.
Liebnetsky. Come
Liebnitsky.
on, guys.
You need an easier last name.
Yeah.
I am actually the only person in the world.
I see that
with
Tom's
my
on his
name,
way.
Liebnitsky.
So he says.
So he says.
So he
Oh,
says.
he's on his way to Red Lobster. Biscuits.
Oh.
Bring us
No, I'm not even gonna lie. Like,
that
I'm not a
where
big
he's
Red
bringing-
Lobster fan, but those biscuits are pretty fucking good. Like, no
Is that where
joke.
he's
Like,
bringing
no
the
joke.
125-gallon tank out?
I don't know.
Fun fact, you can get
Put a
it
bunch of
at the
lobsters.
store.
Yeah.
That is true.
You can, yes, the mix.
And
Yeah,
it's actually
I've
pretty
seen
good
that.
still.
All right. So, yes. So the cancer tournament, sign up for it. Like, it's for a good cause. Like,
It's still
look,
$35
I don't know
until
anybody.
Tuesday.
I don't think anybody can say they don't know someone who was affected by cancer. Seriously. I mean, I know multiple people, like dozens of people personally that were affected by cancer. Dad.
mom.
aunt, uncle, grandmother, grandfather, like tons of people. So it's for a good cause. Let me see how many teams we've got so far. We got two teams coming in from Richmond.
I saw that.
Wow, awesome.
Yeah. Brian put out a post about that.
Yeah. RVA Lushes and RVA Crushes. Their names are appropriate because they like to drink.
Yes.
Especially the Lushes. I don't like the Crushes. Maybe they just like Crushes,
They
but
like
the Lushes, they get trashed.
They get trashed.
Like they are significantly better in their first game compared to their last game. True statement. True
And
statement.
the food truck from Stuffed is going to be there.
That is true, which is awesome
and
food.
their food is really good.
Yes. So let me see how many teams we got right now. Holy shit, there's been more registrations since the last time I checked. All right, so there's already 6 full teams. There are 10 friend groups, and most of these friend groups, 10 people, 11 people, 9 people, 8 people, 9 people, 12 people. That probably should be a team already. Oh, they only got 4 girls, that's why. So I would say conservatively, we've already got 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We've got 12 teams
The
already.
Sunshines.
At least 12 teams already. And we've still got 3 weeks.
Yeah.
So we'll probably have... It's going to suck. I got a lot of field setup to do.
Yes, you do. If you get, it's going to be right in front of my house, so let me know and I'll just come over and help.
Oh, yes.
There you go.
I shouldn't have said
Already.
anything.
Like, no,
I'll
don't
learn
even
my
ask.
lesson.
Yes. So there are going to be a lot of teams for it. And again, it's for a good cause. So also we have hoodies.
Yes.
So it's a black hoodie, Club Waka logo on the front, and the Cancer Club Waka logo on the side, which is pretty much like the standard Cancer ribbon, but it's got like kind of a kickball player in a kickball.
Love
That's
it.
kind of cool, something
It's
special.
So cool.
If you want to show it
Yeah.
off,
Oh,
that's the logo.
So, can't see it. No, washed out,
Yeah.
too bright.
It's really cool though.
It looks
is very
awesome.
nice. Yeah.
Don't worry, we'll be posting in all the Facebook groups, so definitely check it out.
Yeah. Well, she's a cancer survivor, so she wanted to
Yeah.
get it.
No, it's no. I
She
mean,
thought it looked really
again,
really
it's
cool about the fact that
until
it
until the
actually-
point of time where we have like a cure for cancer completely.
Yeah.
Like all the research money is needed. So.
Oh yeah.
But no, the hoodies are good, and seriously, for all those people that have been asking me like, why don't we have Club Waka hoodies? Here's your freaking chance in supporting a good cause at the same time.
Yep.
No excuses.
And I think Brent is actually saying that he, I don't know if it's still going. Oh yeah, by October 3rd, he's doing it for $24 if you pre-order with Brent.
Yeah.
Really?
Yep. So you'll save.
I mean,
$6 on
that's
it.
a pretty good.
And your
pretty good,
size
yeah.
will be, it'll be a definite, and you'll have it by that day. So.
Yeah.
Yep. And
So-
if you can't do PayPal, he'll do cash.
Yeah.
If you meet him in person.
Yeah. So like, again, and like all the basically the non-cost money, like obviously because it costs money for the actual material
Well,
thing
yeah,
or
of
whatever,
course.
but like any extra money we have for this stuff is all going to cancer
Call
research.
proceeds.
Proceeds.
Word
There
you're
we go.
looking for is
Proceeds. Thank you.
Ooh. Does it go somewhere
English is hard,
specific?
But no, just in general, no. It's it's what I mentioned earlier, the Centera Cancer Research Foundation or something like that. It's basically for cancer research. So Club Waka, we pledged a minimum of $5,000 or something like that. I think it was this year to Centera Research, cancer research.
Wow.
So
Then
pretty
with
much that's
we-
our
With us almost having what 12 teams.
yeah. So I mean that's our primary thing. So every charity tournament thing that we do, all those proceeds go to cancer research. And then again, that's not just this tournament; that's the whole year. So I mean, we do all kinds of stuff for that. And it's for a good cause, and again, it's affected so many people. Like again, I don't know
Yes.
anybody that's playing in any of our leagues right now that can be like, well, I don't know anybody that's ever had cancer. If they say that, they're either completely ignorant or they're lying, one or the other.
One or the other.
I mean, that's how big of a deal it is. All right. Also going on right now, softball. You're playing in softball. Good bar turnout. So this is a league that has not had a sponsor bar before. It's a new thing. So the turnout isn't. Well, let's be honest. It's not as awesome as Monday night. Can you admit that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I can
it's
walk
not
through the
it's
bar
not
on
as awesome as Monday
Sundays.
night.
Mondays I can't walk through the bar.
So
Let's
it's
just be
it's
real.
not quite as awesome as Monday, but we probably had what?
It was a good turnout though. We
30
had a bunch
plus
of tables.
people
Yeah,
over
we had a
the-
bunch of
over the
tables
course of the night,
and some
so-
people in the back area.
So
we're
it's
good.
it's getting there. We're getting people into this whole Club Waka socializing thing. I mean, like some of them, we're kind of like dragging them here and chaining them to a table and making them drink, but it works. So
The thing is, next week they'll definitely come out though. If you come
Yeah.
out to 1 week, like
and
you're-
have fun.
you're
Exactly.
good,
Oh,
yeah.
bar games, official bar games start for softball next week too.
Oh, thank you. I've been waiting for that. What we
Don't
got?
thank me, thank
Flip
Amy.
cup
She's the
or
one setting it
something?
up starting next
Good.
week. So.
Thank you, Amy. Jeez. Guess I'll
All right.
get flip cup every other week.
Oh, should we do mailbag time now?
I don't
I'm
know.
scared.
I'm kind of scared of
Mailbag.
comments.
Eee. All these
right, so
family
there's
jammers
not-
up in here.
There's not that many mailbag
Okay.
questions. Live studio audience, submit mailbag questions. Right
Yeah,
there.
what are you doing?
bit.ly/kickballmail. Do it. All right, so question number 1. Why aren't pinch runners allowed in kickball?
We know who asked that.
The person with the
That is
broken ankle.
That is actually a very interesting question, though.
All right, so,
Also the person with a foot.
That is a great question, actually.
all right.
What about the?
So this is primarily driven for competitive reasons.
But we're social league.
It is a social league. However, so number 1, how do you gate, if you will, the pinch runner going to first base compared to a kicker kicking? Because there is a distinct difference between someone standing close to home plate, sprinting to first base as soon as contact is made, versus someone kicking the ball and transitioning to running.
Yes.
You can't have a pinch runner from home to first.
Exactly.
That's
Nobody likes
No,
that
we're
can
discussing
never-
why you don't allow it. We're
Oh
discussing
yeah,
why you
no,
don't
that
allow it.
can never
so
be allowed.
that's reason number
crazy.
1.
Like you're not
I
prepared.
specifically wear green on St. Patrick's Day so I don't get
So number 2,
Yeah.
pinch runners in baseball. When you put a pinch runner on for someone in baseball, they're removed from the game. And again, you don't have a pinch runner for a batter. You have a pinch runner for a runner who is on base. So
They gotta
again,
run to first, yeah.
exactly. Now in kickball, we don't technically have pinch runners, but we do have an injury substitution, and it's a little more flexible than the pinch runner. So let's say that you have someone who runs to first base, tweaks a muscle, something running to first base. You're allowed to put a pinch runner on, or a substitution or an injury runner. However, the second time you do that, that injured person has to come out of the game. So in other words, we give you leeway for a legitimate injury.
Okay.
If you start to what we think is abusing it, runners out of the game. Because if someone's legitimately injured, they should not be playing
Yeah, they
and
shouldn't
further
be playing
injuring
for the
themselves.
second
Exactly.
time.
So
That makes sense. Okay.
I'm the Jello shop.
why aren't pinch runners allowed in kickball?
Are you really?
Pinch runners are allowed in kickball, but only for injuries. But not from home plate. Sorry.
Just get on. Just
Sorry, Camille.
Just kick it enough that you can get onto first base.
Sustained outside the field beforehand.
Now I will. So
Like if you were playing.
now I will say this. I will say this.
Phillips says hi.
I have seen it abused before.
That's it right there.
I have seen a slower runner come up, kick the ball, get on base, and instantly pinch runner or injury runner, and they go off and they never do it again for the rest of the game. Were they abusing it? Yes, they were. But again, we try to give some leeway for a legitimate situation.
That's sometimes a strategy. I mean, I
Yeah.
know I play in a
Strategy,
women's league. I play in a women's league, and you can do pinch runners once per inning, and it kind of, I mean, it's kind of strategy. Like
yeah,
you
you
play it
know-
in a strategy.
Yeah, you know.
Which is, I think it's pretty cool to be able to at least do one per.
Well, too, but that means nobody's a winner.
Yeah. All right, so next
Whatever.
question. What is your favorite fun time winky smiley face position question mark?
Wow.
Oh,
I see where the sexual
No.
questions come from.
Camille, was this your question?
Oh,
That's a yes.
I was drunk when I did this, so I'm not entirely sure.
Oh.
Well, positions in kickball.
Oh. Well, do you have a fun time playing kickball?
Yeah.
There you go, fun time position.
Yeah.
Oh. Why are you shaking your head, Camille? Was this your question?
Because everyone takes large gulps of their drinks.
I think I took a sip. But
He's only drinking water anyway, so.
Yeah.
Rex.
I'm sorry.
Sober fun.
Alright, so what's your answer? No, you gotta answer it.
I gotta answer it.
You can answer for
Well,
kickball, you can answer
Usually
for,
I play outfield, but
Okay.
since I've been playing for Pitches Be Crazy, they needed another they needed a pitcher,
Okay.
and I know how to bowl, so I figured it would just be the same thing as that.
A little different, maybe?
Well, it's a lot
lot different, maybe?
Well, if you use two fingers in a two-finger bowl,
Yeah.
it'll feel the same way.
fingers.
You're
Oh.
hilarious. I'm glad you caught that. But it kind of feels the same way because you're still cradling it.
Okay.
So it just feels the same,
Okay.
and then you just throw the ball.
Alright. Dana?
I'll go outside of kickball.
Oh, okay.
I loved. So I have a cat. He's
Oh.
so
Hold
dope.
on.
Whoa,
He is so dope.
Like I said, we could discuss anything, but
Yeah.
there's some legal
There's no
limits.
boundaries.
Okay.
People like this too. So
Yeah, that's what's called fetishes. I'm kind of confused on where we're going
so
with this.
so I have a
Especially with the
cat. He's
cats
so
involved.
dope. So I like to just chill on the couch, hanging out and laying down and having a cat near me. You know, chilling, just chilling.
Hey Dana, Philip just said, "Hey,
Hi. Hey, Philip.
Philip, do you like cats too?"
He said that a while ago. We had that a while
No.
ago.
I'm gonna pretend he said that just after you said your cat.
Well,
Amy said Rex in quotes has been killing it with the pitching.
there you go. There.
You are now Rex, by the way, on
I
Monday
am
night.
Rex.
And
I
it's
hope-
all my fault.
I hope America's watching, so she knows.
All right.
Mish?
Ooh, favorite
Yeah.
positions.
No, missionary's always good, but
I'm boring. I'm sorry.
More than one. I'll leave it at that. How about that?
There
More
you
than
go.
one.
More
any
than one.
positions
The hell
available,
does that
we're hiring
mean?
for all comers.
Why the thumbs down? Oh. All right.
I like him.
Debate the top kickball positions. So, what do you think are the most important positions right now in kickball?
Right field.
Let's say right now.
Damn it! Come on! Levinsky? What is your name?
Lebowski.
the great Lebowski.
The gun was digging into my hip.
Damn it!
Wait, what's sticking into your hip? Janae, what are you doing over there,
The gun was
Janae?
digging into my hip.
I think they were just happy to see you.
All right, so top kickball positions. So actually, Camille, was this your question? I'm assuming.
Yes. 'cause
So
I
I'm
asked
assuming
it.
you're talking
You
about like
asked every
what are
single
the-
one.
I was
Typing
gonna
a
be
new
dating
question
with
as you
Janae.
answer.
what are the most important positions? Is that what you're talking about?
No, just your top favorite position.
Oh, okay. Your favorite positions.
Positions, I got
Outfield?
Yeah.
All right.
you. Yeah.
I mean, I play outfield,
You know,
so obviously that's the
catcher.
best, but I mean, you've got different specific favorites
Well, see,
for
I
every
just like
game.
all of outfield.
But,
prefer-
I mean, since I
guess
play
could
right
do-
field, obviously my favorite is right field. No, get your hands off of it. Don't touch it. We're good.
Don't mess with the
Let me
camera
know if it's
again.
camera, 'cause I can't tell.
I like
No, be good.
a lot of different positions. So, yeah, so I can take it two ways.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, his last answer was more than
Oh, wait, you know what? Let's go with the euphemisms. Currently pitching. I like pitching. But no,
Are you sure you're not more of a catcher?
not really. I never play catcher, so. But no, I mean more seriously though. So when I make the roster for my team, I try to put every player in the position they can succeed the best. And Like, I like pitching.
I like pitching a lot.
Did you
What was
say
that,
pitching?
Janae? But, I mean, sometimes, like, I can play any different position. So, sometimes when I make a team, like draft last season, I was captaining a team, drafted Kevin Stocks, a very good pitcher. Mainly because I didn't want him on another team. I didn't want to be my team kicking against him. That's why I drafted him. I'm going to joke. But if I drafted him as a pitcher, obviously I can't play pitcher. So I played first base for that season. So for me, I want to play the position that's going to be the best value for my team.
That's fair.
So sometimes that's pitcher. Sometimes it may be first base. Sometimes it may be the outfield. Who knows?
So basically,
Because
wherever
like
your
I
team
want to
may
be in the position where I can make my team the strongest. And I would like to think that I'm wise enough to realize that, like, hey, you know what? There's someone else on my roster that's better at that position I want to play.
That's fair.
But no, and the reality is like sometimes, especially during the draft season, players draft these teams or whatever. And I think sometimes that captains, they have a position that they're going to play, period, no matter what. And they don't,
Accommodate.
in a way, like bench themselves from that position if there's
Yeah.
someone stronger on their team to help their team do better.
Yeah.
And I always try to take that into account. Because, like, obviously there's certain positions I like playing.
Yeah.
Like, I love playing Charger. It's a fun position. I'm not going to lie, it's a fun position. But the reality is, most of the teams that I play on, there's someone on that team that's quicker than I am. Because I'm old. I'm not going to lie, I'm old, right? So, if there's someone who can play that position better than me, I'm not going to still play that position. I'm going to put them in that position to play.
Look at you being a team player.
Yeah. Team success, all about that.
That's fair.
All right. So I'll throw this out there too. So top kickball positions, going back to what I originally thought this question was. So a year or so ago, when we were in the old rules with 11 fielders, guys could bunt short before the first third.
Oh.
The old bunting rules, if you will, the legacy rules, as they're called now. The most important positions on the field were pitcher, catcher, and charger. Hands down, not even close. Because those three positions saw probably 75% of the plays. Like those three positions. So bunt first, bunt third, messed up bunt down the center towards the pitcher, short towards the catcher. Like those three positions, nicknamed the triangle for a reason, controlled games. Like if you had the best triangle, typically you won a season championship.
You gotta have a good triangle.
True statement. Have you played kickball before? I like your commentary though. So one thing that I really like about the rule changes, it's not the truth anymore. Like, just because you have the strongest triangle doesn't mean you win. Because if you have a strong triangle and your outfield is horrible, the team that's playing you, if they're smart, is going to kick it to the outfield all day. And they're going to score runs on you. So that's one of the things that I love about the rule changes is like these days a charger is still important. I think a charger is still probably the most important position on the field. Because actually the skill level cap of the charger went up in the rule change. Because before a charger just ran in every single time assuming it was going to be a short bunt. But now a charger still does that, but then they also have to make the call, is it going to, for guys, is it going to make it to the first third?
Yeah.
And if it's interesting because, like, you see a lot of times, like, I'll watch games, and you'll see these veteran chargers who are so used to, like, running in and grabbing the ball. That is their instinct, throwing the runner out at first. A guy will bunt. Would the guy get on or not? Is the throw going to beat it? I don't know. The charger still plays it anyway, and it was never going to make it to the first third diagonal. It was going to be a foul ball. And the charger plays it, and they throw it and don't get the guy out because it wasn't a high percentage play. A lot of people haven't been able to adapt to that.
Look who it is.
Who's this guy?
Who's this guy?
Hey, wait.
Oh.
If you can watch the podcast, you can
No.
read the podcast.
We have
Yeah,
questions
so
on the fish tank.
Tom just rolled in here.
Did you said Legends is a fish tank.
Where's Julia? You're supposed to meet her at Red Lobster, apparently.
Tell her
Oh.
to give us some biscuits.
We want biscuits,
We
Julia.
want the biscuits.
That's true.
On all the business.
All is forgiven if you can get biscuits here, Tom.
Yes.
All right. Oh, so I mean, that's one thing that I love about the new rules is it's shifted from the triangle to the rest of the field. So like all these teams that were maybe average before, that had awesome utility players, like solid players in the outfield, solid players in the infield, that maybe didn't have a strong triangle. I'm not gonna lie, that was always Red Hot Chili Kickers. They have one of those top chargers in the league. All of a sudden, those other teams are stronger now because utility players are more valued. All those players that can catch the ball in the outfield, that can read the ball well, run, catch, they are way more valuable now.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of happy with the change.
Exactly. Like
even though I never played with it, but I heard that, like you said
Yeah.
before, that the charger was very important, pitcher was very important, catcher was very important. Like with Smitty up in Hampton, he always played catcher.
catcher, yep.
That was his favorite position, and now that it's gone, yes, he's upset about it. And I understand with your like.
No,
I
and
couldn't play
I will say
outfield
this: when the
anymore.
rule changes came out, the most people that were upset about it were catchers.
Yeah.
And here's the thing. So with the rule changes when they were made, the skill cap for every other player on the Charger went up a little bit. Hey, do I pick this ball up or do I leave it? But the skill cap went up for every single other player except for catcher. Because the catcher's job remained the same, but the reality was when guys were up to kick, they didn't have a play anymore.
Yeah.
They only had a play on girls because girls were the only ones who could leave it in their normal pickup range, right? So, but that's a trade-off. So, like, the value of catchers went down, the value of everybody else went up. And I think that was better overall for the leagues. But obviously, if you're a dedicated catcher and really good at your job, it kind of sucks for you.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
and I would understand. Like if I was a catcher, that would be my favorite position. I would
Yeah.
not go away,
I feel like
or
it,
not as
be a good catcher.
important.
In 2019, you need to be more dynamic.
It's a true statement.
Yeah.
I love the commentary from the non-kickball person. This is awesome.
I'm just a commentary person. I don't kickball.
Because if I started playing without it, I may not even be playing anymore.
Yeah.
Because I'm always playing. I loved outfield. That was my favorite.
Well, and no,
thing
so
in,
I've
baseball.
played before under the old rules in the outfield. And I've gone like an entire season and gotten like one or two plays.
Yeah.
Like
no,
legitimately
that's
one or
fair.
two plays, just because those are the only balls that were kicked that way.
Yeah, but it's just like I probably would not play because of that reason. Because it's just, what is the point of
Boring.
playing?
Yeah, no, it's
Be
boring
out
on
there.
defense.
Like I would understand, like bases are loaded, they're going to kick it. But other than that, it's like, is that it? It's the only. How rare does that happen?
Yeah.
Or how often does that happen? I guess I should say.
All right. Are we done dwelling on that question? Dana, you didn't really comment too much. But you didn't play really under the old bunching rules, so yeah.
So I'm good.
You're probably the only one with the most experience.
All
on
right.
that question.
For the charity kickball after party, do we have to wear our Club Waka shirt? It's going to be a long day. Was thinking of running home to take a shower and not smell like a warthog. That is totally cool. I actually,
warthog with us.
actually,
Come on, man.
I approve
Really?
of that. I approve of that. No,
No.
so
BS.
typically for tournament after parties, for the wristbands, we have a roster list. We'll give you a wristband.
Listen, nobody's gonna be sober enough to care.
So no, that is actually totally fine. There's no issue or no problem with
It's
that.
gonna rain all day anyway. It'll be fine.
Don't say that. If it rains, I'm blaming you.
Yeah. Please don't.
We have it on camera, so we'll know.
Actually, no. The last. Ooh, no, not the last Kick Cancer, but the one before that, I got sunburn and windburn both. Yeah, there were no
Aw.
clouds. It was an October day. It was sunny, and it was super windy.
What is a windburn?
You ever been windburn before?
No.
What?
Oh
Never heard of that.
shit.
When the wind is
Not even that
whipping
thing.
and it just hits you.
Basically, there's so
constantly.
much wind, it dries out your skin. Yeah, no, you never had that before?
Okay.
I get that every time there's a little bit of wind.
Yeah.
I'm done.
Okay. All right. All right. Why do some teams appear before others in the standings? A concerned standings watcher.
What?
All right. So Hold on here.
I guess if they tie, they're wondering.
So, probably. Let me pull up a reference. I'm assuming they're talking about Monday night. Hold on. Schedules.
Some teams stay.
Shit, nope, that's softball. Hold on. I will get there eventually. All right. So right now the standings are... Finish loading. Come on. There we go. So Elite number 1, Red Hot Chili Kickers number 2. So technically...
That had to be something I
Technically, Red Hot Chili Kickers should probably be number 1 because they've got 4 points with 4 wins, 4-0 versus Elite 3-0. Like, I'm not going to lie. At the beginning of the season, I sort standings alphabetically and then by winning percentage. Because if there's an uneven amount of games played, winning percentage is the first, like, delineator. So, alphabetical order, winning percentage. That's why the standings the way they are right now. So, if we get to the point, I mean, honestly, it doesn't matter until the end of the season. And we get to the end of the season, tiebreakers, if you got the same exact winning percentage as another team, it's head-to-head. Did you beat the team or did you lose against them? Let's say you tied. Next tiebreaker, who's got the most overall wins? Probably the same there. The first real tiebreaker, points allowed. So you can score 50 runs against the team, it doesn't matter. How good is your defense? Points allowed. That's the first, like, non-head-to-head tiebreaker. So, yeah, as far as the way the standings are right now, like, so, for example, Elite's listed over Red Hot. E is before R. That's why it's like that. SK is over Pac-Man's Revenge. Actually, that's not alphabetical. Hold on. Let me sort alphabetical, and then by percentage.
We're 3-1.
Oh, there we go. Pac-Man's Revenge over SK. Sorry, Tom. Again, it's early in the season. You guys are both 2-1.
Played 3 games.
Again, it's early in the season. If you're worried about the standings now,
Red Hot had the nice commissioner schedule anyway. So.
what?
Wow.
Look, we just beat the
Getting some haters.
sleeper team.
Who?
Hey, we beat better, faster, safer first. 13-2. Pac-Man's Revenge beat them 3-1. It's a pretty solid win. Anyway.
Not enthused.
Is Red Hot Chili Kickers going to be undefeated this season? Sorry, Dana. No, we're not.
What?
Not
Sorry,
until,
Dana. No, we're
next
not.
week, but, that'd just be crazy.
That's right, gonna go down with pick 'em mode.
All right. So let's look at another podcast question here. When are the playoffs?
At the end of the season.
That is a true statement, Tom. At the end of the season. So
Quote by Tom at the end of the season.
here is the reality. I could pick a playoff date right now. As soon as I pick a playoff date, it's going to change because there's going to be a rainout. So it depends on rainouts. If we don't get any rainouts, first round of the playoffs will be on a Monday night. The final rounds of the playoffs will be also on a Monday night. If we get a rainout, it will probably be on a weekend. Don't pull a Camille.
Are you filming the behind the scenes right now, Tom?
Are you filming the behind the scenes?
I did!
Dana!
Bad.
Man.
Lebrinsky!
So, when are the playoffs? Early to mid-November to be determined.
End of the season.
Sorry, end of the season. Tom, you had the most correct answer, end of the season.
From my first rodeo.
Oh, here's a good question. Won't it be cold during a winter season for kickball? Look, it's the winter. There's going to be a week or two that's going to be cold, but this is also Hampton Roads, so it's not like
also
it's
Virginia.
Buffalo, New York.
What do you got
True.
against Buffalo, New York?
Everything.
It's cold.
Yes, it's cold in winter.
True story. During a winter kickball season, I've gotten sunburned. Because it was late February, 74 degrees outside, I went out in shorts and t-shirt like an idiot without sunscreen and got myself sunburned in February. So it's not as bad as you think it will be, so sign up.
Cuddling warms the heart.
There's also that
If you say so.
the hoodie that you can get during that event.
That's true. That's true. Why is there an overthrow rule? Why not just play it out? Learn from your mistakes! Exclamation point.
Some
Who the fuck
people just can't
asked that
catch.
question?
Oh man, I wonder who. It wasn't me.
All right. So overthrow rule. 'Cause that's a legitimate question.
Both teams have to deal with it no matter what. Even
This-
if on certain sides of the field. Like you
This
said.
no, this is a real question because it affects everybody. It happens a lot,
Yes, it does.
and honestly, it's one of the most confusing things or the confusing rules for both players and referees. Like head refs, this drives head refs nightmares.
Kickball nightmares.
I can believe it.
So, man, overthrow rule. End of the day, if I'm honest, I try to be honest, it's an equalizer. So, veteran teams, let's say you didn't have an overthrow rule, you had to play out everything. Veteran teams are going to abuse inexperienced teams even more. Because at the end of the day, veteran teams are going to have less overthrows, inexperienced teams are going to have more overthrows. Veteran teams are probably going to have players in position to back up an overthrow. Inexperienced teams aren't. Veteran teams are probably going to have quicker, smarter, faster base runners. Inexperienced teams won't. So, I mean, it is kind of an equalizer. It kind of prevents experienced teams from blatantly abusing inexperienced teams, which I don't think is a bad thing.
Well, I wasn't saying that it was a bad thing. It's just that.
No, you were saying it was a bad thing. You were totally saying it was
Damn
a
right.
bad thing.
100%.
Still losing 2 bases.
Huh?
Still losing 2 bases.
No.
Well,
I
no,
get
it
that.
depends. So, let's say a runner is running towards first base.
I mean,
They overrun first base. They haven't gone to second yet. Overthrow has already happened. The furthest they can advance is second.
alright, so it's like a 2 instead of the other.
2 bases instead of 1. And that's probably the biggest thing to look at. Like, so the overthrow rule, it still allows you to get a free base, kind of, in a way. It's not guaranteed. What are you doing, Dana?
Just getting more beer. Trying to knock over.
Are you ready to get back on this interview panel right now?
Can you come out and sit with him? Because I'm
No,
knocked
I
this
can-
out.
Well,
Actually, no, I got
no,
you.
no, no, no. Dana.
What?
There we go. There we go. So that way you
Oh,
don't pull
well,
a
thank
Camille.
you so much. I can't.
Oh no!
Oh.
Oh!
All right, I got you.
All right.
Oh,
So have you been involved with an overthrow rule very often?
Try not to.
Overthrow rule.
So actually, you play right field.
I play right field.
Actually, I distinctly remember you properly backing up the first baseman on an overthrow.
Always. That's the whole reason why there's a right fielder, just to back up. That's the only thing that I do back there.
Other than like the
So-
2 kicks a game to go to right
Yeah.
field. I'm over to
2,
joke.
that's like a
kinda
1.
True. Yeah. So I mean, the overthrow rule is there. Again, is to kind of prevent. Don't tell me you don't know about the overthrow rule.
She knows about the 5-week rule.
Oh, do you know about the 5-week rule?
Let me get the beer.
Oh,
I need the
that's a
beer.
yes.
I need the beer. I don't know if I know overthrow rule.
All right, so
Is that bad?
overthrow rule.
Okay.
So ball is kicked.
Yes.
Runner over. Let's say they overrun first base.
Okay.
Ball is
you
overthrown.
mean like if
We
they
call it
turn
the
to the
hands
left?
up rule. Hands up rule.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So the hands up or overthrow rule is a runner cannot advance more than 1 base past the base they are on or running to when an overthrow happens, as long as the exception is as long as the fielding team does not try to get a runner out.
Oh, okay.
Like if they try
Yeah.
to engage the play.
Like
Exactly.
A normal, yeah, like a normal. Okay.
How do you know so much about kickball and you never played?
And I was in.
George
I
just
went
left
through
it.
elementary school in America. I played plenty of kickball. Okay.
So he knows the basics about kickball
And I know
because
Pig Latin by those.
he went to
games.
elementary school. So go to elementary school, learn about kickball,
Yeah.
profit.
Boom. There's, we need to dive
Sure.
into the elementary schools to cultivate them young. For
Exactly.
the club walker drinking.
We just all
So-
go there.
Well, no.
Yeah.
True story.
It's just a
True
drinking
story.
Kids drinking and kickball's fun.
If you were under the age of 21, there is nothing technically preventing you from signing up for a club walker league right now.
Oh, there's
I thought
the
you had to be
loophole.
21.
Bring in
A loophole.
ringers.
It
Man,
says
it's
21
like
over,
you-
I thought. Yeah.
It's
It
like
says
you
in the
had to-
rules.
Where? Show me.
It does.
Show
On the
me.
website it does.
Show me,
On the
Janae.
website.
Yes.
I believe that Janae was
100%.
She went all like
No,
that.
but when you sign up for it,
Club Walker
It's not preventing you because you
It's
can
not
lie.
probably.
You can lie about your age.
I'll get an email
but,
tomorrow like, by the
That's
way,
what
you know,
he's
walking,
referring to.
you no longer
You're
work for
about
the
to
club
be
walker.
But in the rules, it does say 21.
but if you ask me how old am I can just easily.
I'm gonna let Janae look for that.
Yeah.
I don't think she's gonna find it.
She is going to find it.
What? Oh, not one of these again.
Dating for Janae questions?
Almost there.
Come on, Janae.
Have preseason rankings changed now that we're a few weeks into the season?
No, so preseason rankings.
That's a pretty good answer, Tom. But my
You're pretty good at
preseason
this.
rankings have changed based on what I've seen so far.
My mid-season rankings might be different.
Yes, that is a true statement. My mid-season rankings. My rankings now compared to the preseason are different. Changes.
Did you find it?
Okay, so it doesn't technically.
Doesn't technically.
All Club Waka social leagues are intended for adults 21 years
Oh,
of age
intended
or
for
older.
21 or over. But it doesn't say they have to be 21.
Intended is
Oh.
like basically have to be.
I'm sorry, did I roll my eyes out loud at you?
Yes, he did. It doesn't matter because you're wrong.
Oh!
But no, seriously, like, we come out and drink. You should probably be 21 or over.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not buying you any alcohol. You can just kick really well and
Yeah.
run better than us because you're not drunk.
Exactly. All right, so preseason rankings. Mine have changed. Mine have definitely changed. So my top four were SK, Elite, Kicko Mode, and Talbert's team. I did that again. Go ahead and cry now, Talbert. Maybe by the last podcast I'll do it.
What's that team name again?
Talbert's team.
You said it last time.
No, I have not said it
Brent
yet.
said it, you can say it.
I haven't said it yet.
Brent said it.
I'm just,
Brent put it in writing.
I'm trolling Talbert. That's why I'm doing it.
Oh,
Anyway.
pick up on that.
My top four have not changed. I still think those are the best four teams in the league. I did put SK at number one. However, Elite has been playing lights out this season. Their roster's been insane. But again, when we made our preseason rankings, they didn't have their full roster there yet. So,
They didn't have a roster.
hey, they had 10 people.
They got that
10.
favoritism
Wait,
vote down there.
what? You say they didn't have a roster when they all signed
Yeah,
up?
kind of weird, isn't it?
Weird.
Naked ain't free agents either.
So my top four is still the same.
Two girls at the last minute?
No, not a single free agent to the league.
My top four have not changed for this season. That's still Elite, SK, Kicko Mode. Even though Kicko Mode is dead last in the standings, Kicko Mode is still a top four
Got
team. Are you gonna throw a shoe at me again?
Who throws
Again?
the
I just
shoe?
said they were top four team. What are you gonna throw a shoe at me for?
Because you left me nothing.
They're,
For being
the reason I'm laughing is because they are last, but they are the absolute opposite of a last place team. That's why I'm laughing.
Get that wall.
The reality is Kicko Mode's competition's only getting easier and they're going to stack up a bunch of wins. Anyway,
Get one of these, man.
so my top four have not changed at all. Bottom three,
Hey,
If it
Janae.
was beer, that would be different.
can you
my
get
bottom
some
three
water?
haven't changed either.
It's not mid-season, though. You can't say it.
Yeah, it's not fully
I
mid-season.
appreciate that.
3 games.
Thanks, Boo Boo.
I did schedule everybody for
Love you.
9, I think.
Real MVP of the podcast.
Oh, yeah.
Right, but the top
She
four
got
just
us.
got done playing each other.
Yeah. Which is why, like I said,
Yeah, the
Kick-Em
bar
Mode is not
better.
at the 11th place team.
Or toilet water. I don't know.
They do. Do they play Pac-Man's Revenge? Well, there's 11 teams. We don't have time to play 10 games per team.
Yeah, just read
So,
the bathroom door open.
the way the schedule worked, the top 4 teams all play each other. The mid-tier teams all play each other. The bottom teams all play each other. And then the bottom teams don't have to play one of the top
Bet, check
teams.
that.
Mid-tier doesn't have to play one of the top teams. Top teams are not going to play one of the bottom tier teams.
That's legit. That's good.
I mean, I try to make it as fair as possible. Because with 11 teams, if we did a full round robin, that'd be 10 games, but there's no way we can squeeze that in. If we have no rainouts, we might get the full 9 in. We'll see. I think the biggest change in my preseason rankings are the mid-tier. Because all those mid-tier teams, the 4 mid-tier teams, like, it was kind of a question mark. A lot of new players mixed with veterans, people no one knew about. So that is Pac-Man's Revenge, Red Hot Chili Kickers, Better,
very
Faster,
few
Safe
people
at First,
know me.
and Pitches Be Crazy.
Yes.
Those are the 4 mid-tier teams. So my preseason rankings, I put Better Faster as one of the top mid-tier teams.
I don't know anything.
However, they have been beaten by 2 other mid-tier teams, so I was wrong there, obviously.
Bad days.
So, out of those 4 mid-tier teams, how would you rank them?
I don't even know any of them.
What?
I
Well,
have,
make
I
a
think
guess.
the-
Hampton, isn't
I played
Bill's
Hampton.
Margarita.
Have I faced any of the mid-tier teams?
Have you played any of the mid-tier teams? Let me go to the schedule real quick. So yeah, you played Better Faster week 1, lost to them, 9-4.
Ah, yes. Okay, yeah. I remember. Okay.
So
We had a lot. We were still trying to figure out our roster.
disorganization, I understand that.
'Cause I think we had.
You
I thought
played
we had-
Wasted Potential, that was one of the lower tier teams. Then you played Irish Wombats lower tier. You lost to Pac-Man's Revenge 6-3.
Yes, we did. Are they really a mid-tier team? Or a mid?
Yep, they were a mid-tier team. It was 6-3. It was reasonably close. You seem to be like no on that. Wow.
I barely remember because we have an amazing coach on our team,
Okay.
and we were just having fun at the last 3 innings of that.
Who's your amazing coach?
He's not really a coach, but he just hypes up the whole team, and we were just yelling and
Who's the name
screaming.
here?
Huh?
Who's the name?
I don't know his name. All I know is that
Older
he's
guy?
the husband of our captain.
Wait.
That's all I know.
Wait. No. I think he's husband to, is he your co-captain? John Collins?
I don't know names.
He is married to someone, but not your co-captain. Your captain. Your captain is Wendy.
Captain is Wendy.
Yep.
Who's Wendy?
Australian accent.
Did she
You don't
play
know who
for
your
Cora?
captain
Did
is?
she play for Cora?
What?
Did she play for Cora before? Because that's our captain.
Your
It's
captain
America
is
Fox.
Wendy.
It's America Fox.
Wait, no, I'm thinking of the wrong team. I'm thinking of Irish Wombats. Holy shit. America Fox, yes, is your captain.
Yes.
Co-captain is... Shit. Is it Michael? Mike?
Like I said, I don't know names, but he hypes up the whole team, and we completely forgot the last half.
All right. So, preseason rankings.
Wrong team, Ryan. See, look at that.
Oh, did I get called out?
Yes, you did.
Yes.
Janae.
Thank you,
I
Amy.
appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you, Amy. Calling me out. Like, hey, if I make a mistake, I make a mistake. So my preseason rankings have definitely changed. I'm gonna put, for those 4 mid-tier teams, I'm gonna go Red Hot, Pac-Man's Revenge, Better Faster, and Pitches Be Crazy.
You're not gonna beat Pac-Man.
Wait, as your top 4?
No. Mid-tier. Don't get upset. Don't throw a shoe at me. Mid-tier.
I don't know because we're starting to figure out our
Okay.
Granted, the Pac-Man's Revenge, they were a very solid team when we faced them. They were very solid.
No, and look,
Like, I actually enjoyed facing them,
Yeah.
and they were very fun to play. Margaret's on that team, and it was really fun to play against her also.
and I base those rankings strictly off from the games that have happened. So Pac-Man's
that's
Revenge
fair.
beat your team.
Yeah,
Better Faster beat your team. We
Yes.
haven't played you guys yet,
we'll face each other next week.
but we beat Better Faster 13-2. Pac-Man's beat Better Faster 3-1. So I rated Red Hot, Pac-Man's, Better Faster, you guys.
No. I get why you
Yeah.
did that.
So that is my mid-tier rankings.
Still hook Pac-Man as an underdog. I think you're gonna upset some folks.
On the internet right now.
So no, I talked about Pac-Man's Revenge earlier. So
Oh,
my comment about Pac-Man, you're probably driving here. Way to go, Tom. My comments about Pac-Man's Revenge were they have veteran players on the team. They're the kind of team that is not going to throw a game to you. You were going to have to beat them. What, Janae? What, Janae?
You are whack.
All Club Social
No, you're
Sports
whack. Oh my
leagues
God,
are
high
co-ed
five.
for
You're
adults
totally
21 plus.
Oh god.
No
Hey, that
ambiguity
chick's
there.
Single, Janae. Tom, this chick's single.
21 plus.
You know she's never gonna let that go.
She's not.
Because I just won.
No, you didn't.
Yeah.
She.
Doesn't it
Yeah,
still say
look
they
at
are
the look on
attending?
his face.
Sign up as
Look
an
at the
18-year-old,
look on
see
his
what
face.
happens.
He's like,
Just because you can't enforce the rules, Ryan, or won't,
Hey.
or won't.
oh!
So,
Shots fired.
Janae, who on your team is less than 21?
Not on my team.
Okay. Just
Whoa.
checking.
I mean, divide our entire team by 3 and it's still not.
So no, and I think that's where the interesting part of the league is, like kind of the mid tiers, like how those teams shake out. So, so obviously we have a game against you guys. We have a game against Pac-Man's Revenge. That will kind of settle that mid tier range ranking how it goes. So we will see.
But where did Janae get that from? I texted it to her.
All right, so let's see where are we on all this crap.
I'm actually gonna ask about add-ons.
All right, so look forward next week.
There is actually one thing that we can discuss. I don't know the full details of it, but
Of what?
Brent, I was asking Brent if we could talk about the charity event that we're going to have for bowling. up
Okay.
in Hampton.
Was it Turkey Bowl? Turkey
No,
Bowl?
it's for the suicide prevention program.
Turkey crawl.
What?
Yes.
What is that? When is it?
Wait, that's why I said I don't know all the details of it
Oh.
yet. But there is going to be one over in Hampton
Well, apparently we're doing another charity event. I don't know
Yes.
the details
There's
about
going
it
to be
yet.
the first one for
What?
bowling.
Why are you so dressed up? You got that button up over top of your Club Walker gear.
That's true. Take it off.
Yeah. Why was he dressed
Why are you
up?
asking me to strip on stream?
Why was
Oh.
he dressed
Look
up?
how ready he got.
Did you have something before this?
Look how ready he got.
Oh.
He just came from home just like that.
In the mailbag.
What? A new mailbag question.
Why are
Oh,
you so
shit.
red right now?
Oh, we do have one more mailbag question. Dating advice time. What is the best way to approach someone at the bar? Any good kickball pickup lines? Ray?
I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah, no
What do
idea.
you make dating was today?
Rex?
Yes, we need your help.
Nothing? Nothing?
No.
Dana, it's your time
Oh.
to shine.
I got so
no,
many
whoa, whoa,
good.
whoa, whoa.
So many good.
Dump them out because this is a way to get your bowling recruits right now.
Ooh, bowling. Man, but this says kickball. Bowling recruits. No. I don't know. Just go up and talk to someone. That's like the best. Like, come on.
Don't use that line, but being direct is a good approach.
Yeah. Just kind of being at the bar and being here.
Actually, no, that is
the
actually very good
best
advice.
way.
Show up at the bar.
Yeah.
That's pretty important. That's step one. Show up at the bar after the game.
So anyone that wants to hang out. Just kidding.
Your
Totally
buns
kidding.
make my kick hard.
Oh, that's a good one.
These are team names. aren't
No, no,
That was a
no.
team name. I was about to say, I was like, that was a
That,
team
no,
name.
that's a good point. So, if there's a guy, girl, vice versa, if there's someone that's single looking to date, they're probably coming out to the bar. True statement, audience? Yes, no, yes, no. Yes, I got a yes. I got a yes. I got.
We have
Don't,
been
don't
thinking.
even lie. Yes.
One is the loneliest number.
Love. That's yes. Yes.
Aw.
So, come out to the bar. If
What
you
is-
come out to
what
the
was
bar
that?
and you meet someone that is not in a relationship,
A
they're
C?
probably looking to date.
Wait, no, they're not.
I'm just looking to chill
Are you kidding
and
me?
drink and drink. Ha! I want to date you.
Yes.
Whoa, who are you to give dating advice then?
That's a valid point. That's a valid
Janae,
point.
Janae,
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Are
Yes,
you
coach.
single? Who are you to question me?
Janae, guest host and answer this question. Yes.
I didn't pay attention.
So, my advice.
Whoa.
Oh
What's
shit.
your advice? What's your
No,
advice?
come out to the bar. That's step one.
Yes.
Come out to the bar.
The set.
So,
Sorry,
dating
what was
advice.
the
What is the best way to approach someone at the bar? Any good
I love this.
kickball pickup lines? Like my advice, if you're single, you're trying to date someone, find someone to date, come out to the bar after kickball. That would be step one.
Tip 1, don't use Axe body spray.
Yes.
Oh, but
Fabuloso.
Oh wait, she has a butt,
However-
Tom.
Love this
She has a
However-
butt.
Fabuloso.
if you smell like ass, maybe a little axe. wouldn't
Oh,
Fabuloso cures all that.
you got an
Get some
asterisk,
Old
Tom.
Spice.
You got an
Get
asterisk.
some Old Spice.
Get some
yeah.
Rose, yeah.
All right.
Go
Don't
to
use.
Macy's.
Don't use. Often. Fuck you, Dana.
Whoa! What? You told her. That's my teammate. Ooh, not
Yeah,
cool.
exactly.
That's
Not
my
cool.
girl.
I got you.
Whose team
Oh
today?
yeah.
Who's team today?
But
FBK.
kickball.
Wait, which is more
Hey,
important,
hey,
softball or
hey.
kickball?
FBK. Whoop.
Kickball. Yes.
No. No. You know who that.
What is this?
So
Is this
the-
your drink? Why are these limes in here?
She don't want
If
scurvy.
anybody knows Janae, there should always be limes everywhere.
Do you want my answers? or
Yes.
what?
Yes, yes.
An answer, please.
Fabuloso.
The
Shut up.
best way is absolutely to be maybe direct is like an over
fuck.
no, but like
That's too awkward.
yeah, you don't
What?
need to be like hey, but if you could
That's always how I approach people. Eh. How you
break
doing?
up a normal
And yet I'm
conversation.
single.
Yeah, try talking
Hey,
about common
my
things
name's
like,
Janae. What's yours?
did you win tonight?
My name's
No, actually, I'll throw this out there.
You know what?
Here
I
is-
noticed you played really
Did
well.
you score?
I was like, I was impressed with you.
Thank you, girl. I got
Now,
you.
so
Yeah, I mean, like, I'd love to hang out with you sometime.
Too.
Hey, let's go out
Yeah.
then. Let's grab a beer.
Excellent. Let's go.
Cool.
Hey, I got one right here. We got one. Yeah.
Creepy Facebook messages from.
So-
We don't need to creep.
no, hold on. I will. No, all right. You can give your opinion on this.
How about just don't creep
So
in
here's
on
a
DM?
good question to ask. So strike up the normal conversation. Let's say there's some back and forth.
Are you
Reason-
seeing anybody?
Reasonable question to ask. Are you single?
People don't get laid.
That is a good question to
Are
ask.
you single and ready to mingle?
No,
Rob,
you're drunk.
do not
Anyway.
hide your
Exactly. No, do not ask that.
No, but seriously, like if you're talking to someone who knows if they're single or not, maybe they've been drinking. Straight up question: Are you
Maybe they're
single?
just nice.
Exactly. Ask a simple question: Are you single? And if they say no, they're like, oh, okay, I'm sorry, I
Start with
didn't know.
introducing yourself.
Thank you for
Not,
talking.
not sorry. Maybe you can just be friends.
Exactly.
Maybe you can just
But
have a
then
nice
if they say
conversation.
yes, I am, then oh, hey,
Well,
exactly.
Hey, me too.
Yep.
Want to have a drink?
It doesn't have to be complicated.
And hanging out and chilling.
Stop making it creepy, Janae.
Yeah, that's
All right.
All right. Okay.
So that is all the mailbag questions. Thank God.
Brian, I just want to
that?
let you know that you lied to her about being home by 7. It is 7:30.
7:35 right now. Yo, I was
The
supposed to be
longest
back in my
podcast.
house. At
You
7.
said you'd be home in 20 minutes. As long as we end in 5 minutes, you're good. Oh shit! There we go.
At
All right.
8.
So
He didn't say 8.
upcoming
He
week,
said 7.
forecast 72 degrees and cloudy. That is perfect. Perfect kickball weather. Shorts, t-shirt, cloudy, no sunburn. I'm
Hell yeah.
a little sensitive to the sun.
What about the
I
Did
wind?
you
can't
say
wait.
sweater?
Yeah, nice and cozy for fall.
Go,
It's not fall yet.
go home. Go
Yeah.
home.
Go home, you're drunk. Yeah.
All right.
A little pumpkin spice
All right, so
latte
upcoming week
up in here.
schedule. I'm gonna put you guys on the spot now.
Why?
Fuck. All right,
Wasted
let's go.
Potential versus Pac-Man's Revenge. Who's winning?
Ooh.
Pac-Man's Revenge.
Pac-Man's Revenge?
Pac-Man.
I don't know. I think we substantial.
I don't know.
I'm going Pac-Man's Revenge in that game. All right, Elite
Sorry.
Kickball status versus Pitches Be Crazy. Are you gonna
I would
vote
be
for your
biased.
team or go against?
Well, I would be. I'm kind of
Oh.
biased, but I don't know the enemy team.
No.
But I will give ourselves the benefit of the doubt.
Good luck.
We can definitely pull out a win on
Okay.
upset.
Wow.
I'm thinking elite.
Elite.
Sorry.
Pull out game is strong.
Pull out game strong.
You're now Rex.
Yes.
SK Commandos versus Better, Faster, Safer First.
Better, faster.
What? We just got a fuck you bitch in the audience. I'm not even gonna lie.
You say
Anyway.
fuck you, bitch, but you want to say sheet?
But they haven't won a game all season. They can talk.
Who are you picking for that game? SK versus Better, Faster. 4-screen versus black.
I think SK can probably.
SK?
Yeah. They're due for a win.
I'm thinking SK.
SK.
Sorry.
We're due for a
I don't even want to.
Janae, you're being carried. All right, don't even talk.
I stopped myself.
They're 0 right?
Late games, Kicko Mode versus Red Hot Chili Kickers.
That might be a pretty good game. Actually.
Okay. Actually, I got a question. Is Davin going to be back?
Ooh,
Or is he still going to be in Atlanta?
We are super proud of Davin because he got a really cool new job. Way to go, Davin! Big shout out. But he'll be back by that time.
Oh, shit.
What does that have to do with him coming back?
Well, I have no idea about any of these teams, but I like the name of the Red Hot.
Oh, likes the name Red Hot Chili Kickers.
So,
Because Red Hot Chili Kickers is, or Red Hot Chili Peppers is better than Sicko Mode. So,
Fuck it is.
you like Sicko Mode?
A lot of chicks like Post Malone.
No.
Kiko.
I can't go against my team. I'm going for Red Hot Chili Kickers. So,
Obviously.
Although
Duh.
you do always choose losing teams, so congratulations.
actually, no, hold on.
Wow.
For the record, week 1 and 2 I picked Kicko Mode and they lost.
I was just saying, if anybody
Week
do
3 I
for-
picked Kicko Mode or
That's why I
Elite
said,
and
you're due
they
for a win.
won. So I don't
got
know.
'em.
No, I think it'll be a good game. Like, I'm excited for my team because this is the first real, like, legitimate test we're gonna have. So I'm excited to see how we do.
About everybody else.
They've been playing like they've been playing.
Well, so and here's the thing. So as a captain, I like a test. So when we play Kicko Mode, I want to see what weaknesses they expose. So I want to see how I can
Love that
improve the
commissioner
roster.
schedule.
Oh my god.
We play.
Get out of here.
Tom's bitter because he got crushed by Elite. I'm just saying. Anyway, crushed. It was 7-1.
So when they mercy rule you, what's your excuse?
Wow.
We're obviously not as good as Elite.
We're,
I'm willing to
we're
admit
not
that.
going to.
So,
So.
are you going to go top bottom with your kicking thing, or flip it and go bottom top?
I'm gonna try to look. When I play Kicko Mode, I respect Kicko Mode.
Let's just
No, actually,
Let's
no.
just point out that Red Hot Chili Kickers is the Dallas Cowboys.
Oh.
Whoa! What?
So
You haven't
no.
played anybody. Get off your high horse.
No.
Oh my god, I can't.
Which is why I'm excited to play Kicko Mode. Like I'm gonna put my best roster out against Kicko Mode because I want to see what you guys do against us.
They have not put their best roster out, so good luck.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm out for right now, so.
I know.
Mm-hmm.
Irish Wombats versus Ugly Orange.
Irish
their name?
Wombat.
Ah,
Why the fuck would you say fuck you, bitch?
Shit.
Shit!
Because I'm trolling Talbot. That's why.
You're dumb.
No, you're not. You're not trolling them.
I'm taking orange because that's my favorite color.
What's
so.
their name, Dana?
yeah. Shit's probably got that one.
Shit.
I promised Talbot I would say his team's name once during the entire podcast during the season.
Say it, say it.
I'm gonna predict Irish Wombats to lose.
Way to be around it.
Ooh, you know who practiced?
They did. They did. Then we have SK Commandos versus Fireballs Deep.
Ooh.
I say it.
Now,
I'm gonna go with
alcohol
SK.
was offered in exchange for runs.
Yeah.
So
Love it.
What are you predicting then?
It depends.
I don't know who's hurt from circumcision.
We'll see how it goes.
All right, so I'm the new commissioner. All right, let's go.
Yeah, Dana.
I'm just kidding. I don't know what to say.
What's funny is that you didn't even want to go.
I know. I didn't even want to do it.
And now here's
What?
What? We're not talking
All right.
about anything. We plead the fifth.
Nothing.
I'm going with SK.
Yeah.
I'm
Anything
going for
else?
The fireball, just in case if that
Ooh.
drink game does go through.
Anyway, we are at Bucketheads,
Yes.
signing off for the night.
Wait,
Oh
you
What?
forgot to announce the Junior League scavenger hunt.
Post it in the Facebook group.
I did. Please announce it.
So there's going to be a Junior League scavenger hunt. Check Facebook for more information.
no. Excellent.
Disappointment.
Oh,
Signing off.
there we go.
Wait, we haven't signed off yet. What do you mean? Are we still live?
Yeah.
Hey, somebody else.
All right, so it is podcast with Dana. All right, send in your questions. I got you, boo boos. All right, first question: is Dana the most awesome person on the league? Hell yeah, she is. Is Wrexham second best? Hell yeah, he
I'll take
is.
that.
I mean, equally good in a lot of ways.
Shout out to Janae. Aww. Hell yeah. We good. Shout out to Janae for getting water for the team. Hell yeah. Shout out to Janae.
Team water.
And beer. And beer.
Yeah,
She got
she
me a bunch of beer.
Limes everywhere.
Although, if y'all check my cup, it's empty. What? I don't know. She's not that good.
See what you missed?
That's all the shout outs that I have. Just kidding. Shout out to Lubinsky for fucking up the camera first.
Several times.
Hooking up cameras.
And not showing up to pitch today.
Exactly.
Not picture.
Oh,
You could have pitched.
You could have pitched.
who's the other shout outs to?
Pitched.
But there's no pinch hitters. Oh, it's softball? I asked commission. He said no.
Don't
You
listen to fucking Ryan.
We were
What do you
talking
mean?
about kickball.
If this
though.
is the one takeaway that you have tonight, don't listen to what Ryan
Ah!
says. And I guess don't pee while you're on the podcast, dummy.
Be before podcasting. Go before you leave the house.
Yeah, exactly. Whoa.
Wait, I'm going to do a shout out for my scavenger hunt.
Shout out to the scavenger hunt. Yay! Come on over. Sit on down with Dana's podcast. Oh, fun. I'm so happy. Guest host here. Hey. What you doing? Okay, shout out.
Big shout out. October 26th. Do you like dressing up?
Of course.
Halloween costumes?
It's my favorite holiday ever.
Enjoy being in teams?
Don't need to be with the
Yes.
family on Halloween. Best
Enjoy
holiday ever.
drinks?
Screw the family. We good.
And do you
Hurry
like
up. Hurry up. Go,
Do you
go,
like
go.
philanthropy?
Yes.
Sign up for Junior League Scavenger Hunt October 26th. Woo!
What the
Tell them
fuck
your
is
favorite
going
Junior
on?
Leaguer. Camille Linetsky.
Oh shit! I did leave the mic
On
on.
regular.
Yes,
Are you guys done yet? I have anything important to say.
I have
I
so
have
much
tons of
important
important
things.
Go to the bathroom.
That sounds like.